A configure price quote platform acts as a high-speed logic engine. It knows exactly what is allowed, enforcing those boundaries with total rigidity. But it operates entirely in the dark. It has absolutely no idea why those rules exist. When a sales rep opens a new opportunity to start a quote, the system feeds them raw numbers: account name, close date, and expected value. The human story of the account, the actual context of the relationship, is completely missing. To build that missing context, the rep has to perform manual archaeology. They sift through Gong transcripts, scroll Zendesk for unresolved issues, and ping managers on Slack just to figure out the reality of the deal. This slide shows the specific blind spots this creates for leadership. Because deal context is fragmented across different tools, executives cannot easily answer which renewals are actually coming up, which customers show hidden churn risk, or where the real upsell potential lives. The enterprise has thousands of data points, but no unified memory. Relying solely on a legacy quoting system leaves the company context-starved, masking the true health of the revenue pipeline. The consequences hit the hardest right in the middle of an active cycle. A rep tries to configure a standard product bundle, only to hit a hard stop. A software rule blocks the configuration, offering zero explanation. Somewhere, there is a reason for that block. Maybe it was a compliance issue from 4 years ago, or a margin protection strategy from an old playbook. But the implementer who wrote the rule left the company 3 years ago, taking that knowledge with them. The default industry response to this friction is a massive 18-month migration to an entirely new platform. Boards approve millions of dollars to rip the old system out and start over. But tearing out the quoting engine solves the wrong problem. The configuration interface works fine. The actual failure point is the organization's inability to remember its own decisions. Instead of a costly migration, the more effective approach is to leave the existing rules engine intact and install a continuous memory layer right underneath it. This is where Hive introduces a semantic layer, an intelligent bridge sitting underneath existing platforms like Salesforce or Oracle. It passively ingests the daily chaos of CRM updates, unresolved support tickets, customer emails, and call transcripts, unifying them into a single queryable knowledge graph. As you can see in this presentation slide, specifically here on row 3, a semantic layer resolves definitions across the business without requiring you to replatform. It translates the scattered context into a shared understanding. To navigate this new structure, Hive uses an AI agent named Saya. It doesn't pull generic answers from the public internet. It operates exclusively on top of your private knowledge graph. By combining the unified data layer with an agentic interface, anyone from a frontline rep to a chief revenue officer can turn scattered signals into immediate, secure business intelligence. Let's look at how this changes a typical deal cycle. During the pre-quote phase, Saya generates a complete account dossier in 20 seconds. It instantly warns the rep if the client's executive sponsor recently departed or if 3 priority support tickets were filed last week. When that same rep moves to configure the product and hit exists. In the pricing phase, Hive removes the guesswork by surfacing direct precedent. The rep sees the exact discount percentages that cleared approval for similar accounts in previous quarters. Finally, when it's time to assemble the proposal, Hive discards the standard boilerplate. It drafts a cover narrative that directly addresses the specific financial constraints the client CFO mentioned on a Zoom call 3 weeks prior. Injecting memory directly into the workflow upgrades the CPQ. It moves beyond simple compliance enforcement to show reps the specific strategies that have already won in similar accounts. The moment a deal concludes, traditional systems throw away the most valuable intelligence you have. The exact reason a configuration won or lost is reduced to a single generic drop-down menu in the CRM. Hive replaces that drop-down with an automated capture flow. The Saya agent conducts a brief, natural language interview with the rep, pulling in the final quote and any emails detailing customer objections. This short process permanently writes a specific deal outcome node into the knowledge graph. The result is now hard-linked to the exact pricing structures, product rules, and competitors involved in that specific cycle. By automating the capture process, the reasoning behind every win and loss becomes institutional memory. It outlives the tenure of any individual sales rep, manager, or system architect. Over time, this memory engine feeds a continuous learning loop. Background pattern detection agents constantly scan the accumulated history across all accounts. This allows the system to autonomously identify macro trends, warning leadership that a specific, outdated compliance rule is directly responsible for a 73% loss rate in a key geographic market. And this intelligence layer is active from day one. You gain complete visibility into the revenue pipeline without ripping out the legacy quoting system or enduring a multi-year software migration. This executive briefing slide states the requirement clearly. Every organization needs a semantic and orchestration layer. Fragmented context has to be connected into actual business understanding to remain competitive. Treat your existing platform as the rules engine it was designed to be, and deploy Hive as the memory underneath it. Your organization can stop forgetting its past and start quoting for the future.